Hey, it's One Battle One. Today I would like to present a custom LEGO model of Anakin Skywalker's Delta-7B Aethersprite-Class light interceptor used during the Clone Wars to lead the Republic Navy against the Separatist forces. I do want to give a shout out and credit to LEGO Crix over on Instagram for his design and rendition of the Delta-7, in which my model is based on. I think there has been some really amazing LEGO models of this fighter, but I don't think they have captured the aggressive angles as well as this design. The wings are nicely angled downwards and diverge with the area around the cockpit. Aside from the obvious color swap from LEGO Crix's green and white color theme, the wings were where I had an opportunity to get really creative. I used an assortment of 2x2 wedge plates and tiles to recreate the dark gray and yellow pattern as seen on the actual fighter as closely as I could. The front blasters are simulated with these pieces that have a stud with a bar on one end. When I talk about this fighter, I also think it's important to appreciate the nice transitions across the different body panels. For example, the yellow striping starts from the front nose with yellow slope pieces and transition through the center with different shapes and length of tile pieces. A number of panel pieces are affixed at an angle for some added texture, but more importantly, to help cover gaps and to provide a subtle transition between the center and the wings. The tiles in the middle don't just cover the gaps, but also helps bridge the cockpit area and down towards the front. The cockpit area is also nicely brick built as opposed to being plate built, which gives it a nice smooth look. Layered plates that line up with slope and tile pieces helps with making the bubble cockpit piece sit flushed. Anakin is able to sit encapsulated inside. Like other custom models, only R2's head is able to fit, but at least it's in at a good position. From the back, I made sure there was a good amount of coverage given the odd angles and whatnot. The thrusters are tucked well underneath. The idea behind here was to round off as much of the area as I possibly could with the use of slopes and wedge slopes on both sides of the tail design that divides the two. I also tried capturing Anakin's unique color scheme design for the tail as best I could with the different colored layered plates. One of my favorite parts of this build and design is the thin form factor of the wings, and also how the opposing lower angle of the back of the wings gives it some added dimension. There are two things I want to improve in the future. The first is to cover the underside of the fighter with tiles and plates for a more complete look, and second, to add an interior for the cockpit area. Aside from these two nitpicks, I'm really glad to have built this model. I've recently watched the awesome final season to Clone Wars, and that caused a huge surge of inspiration to build Clone Wars LEGO models. I have more Clone Wars era custom LEGO models to showcase, so stay tuned. This is One Battle One, signing out.